Good day, everyone. So, today we are going to work with a digital simulation, and this specific one is called the PHET simulation, spelled PHET. And yeah, so as we all know, the purpose of digital simulations is to allow learners to practice certain skills, solve problems, and make predictions of certain outcomes or behaviors related to certain topics in a safe and cost free virtual environment. So, our topic of today is going to be on circuits, and we are going to be looking at circuit constructions. We are choosing the AC voltage, which just basically has the least amount of components because we don't really need that many in building easy circuits. So I am going to be building a quick and easy circuit using wires, a battery, a light bulb, and a switch. So here we have our first piece of wire. Then we're going to immediately connect the switch over there. Then we're going to add another piece of wire over there. It is important to remember that the circuit needs to be completely closed. There shouldn't be any gaps or any open spots. So we need to make sure that our circuit is completely closed. And then we're going to add our battery, because I'm adding it like this because I want my circuit, my current flow to be in a clockwise direction. So we're going to add another piece of wire over there. And I'm building it like this because I want a nice box shaped circuit. And then we're going to add our light bulb over there. Add more wires. And then we are going to completely close it over there. So I would explain to the learners and have them predict, in this case, what they're going to think is going to happen. Is the circuit going to have a current flow if I close the switch, and in which direction is the current flow going to be? Because this is an amazing tool to use to virtually show learners and give them a mental picture, a virtual picture of how the current flows, how each component's placement plays a role in the current flow also. So if we close the switch there, then we can see, as I desired, it is in a clockwise direction. And let's say, for example, to also show them, let me take out the battery over here, connect these two wires, delete this one over here, take another piece of wire, and then add the battery on this side and have them predict again the direction of the current flow. So when I close it, I can show them it is in the opposite direction. So this is just to basically show one of the ways how the placement of the components also plays a role in the current flow. So this virtual tool or AI tool is an amazing way and fun way to virtually show learners how it is quite easy to build a circuit if you just understand what you are doing, and you can go from building easy circuits like this to more complex circuits. And I would actually, as part of my assessment activity, first allow them to place themselves into groups of 4 or 5 If they become too disruptive, I would do it myself and give each of them different instructions on circuits that they have to build, and they can actually come build it on my laptop if the school doesn't have a lot of resources, even if they don't have a projector or projector board or more laptops that I can give to the learners in the groups. I would just allow them to come build after showing them a demonstration of a build circuit. They can come build it on my laptop, and I will give each group enough time, a certain amount of time, but enough time to figure out and build their circuits as best as they can, and allowing them to build it so that it actually works, getting the light bulb to actually light up, having the battery there present to allow the energy to flow from the battery to the light bulb, allowing the light bulb to actually light up, and further explaining how the voltmeter can actually measure the voltage from the light bulb. If I close the switch again, it shows there 9 volts. And also, if I connect the ammeter anywhere on the circuit, it also shows the current there. So this is an amazing tool. And after I allowed them to build their circuits in groups, I will give them another activity where they can build by drawing different circuits and taking that as a formal assessment, which can count for marks. And yeah, after showing them this, I do believe that they will have more confidence in understanding the different components, how they work, and yeah, like I said, have confidence in their mental pictures that they can have when they have to draw it again in assignments or in tests. So yeah, yeah, so then I can most definitely know I have reached all my objectives, all my desired objectives for this certain topic.